Are you listening?
What? The Running Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Big Mike, and I am joined, as always, by my brother, Sped Rock. What's going on, Sped Rock?
You know, that was a badass theme. No yeet. God, that was badass, though. Nice theme. Love it. You guys voted very, very well. Very well. And hope everybody's having a great day. No yeet.
As you heard, we do have a new theme song with a new theme intro, new slides to kind of come in to update the theme. Our old theme had been brought to my attention that we still had a bunch of old slides, which I knew, but still. Nostalgia's a good drug. I enjoyed seeing some of the old stuff we had going on, but updated for the 2025 with new music as voted on by you guys on X. Thank you guys so much for voting and picking that song with their what's going on. Everybody in the chat, we will say hey to everybody. TC coming in from Twitch. Appreciate you, brother. Nate Dog, what's going on? Nate coming in from X. Couple of yeets from TC and Lady Alpha. Kicking at it too. Always throwing a yeet in as well. Jeremy Nix, what is going on? Jeremy, appreciate you coming in. His first night on the show. Actually ran into him in a Georgia Bulldogs podcast that Randy hosts. You guys saw Randy here last week. You see him in the Herbert Hodge chat all the time. He runs a Georgia Bulldogs podcast. Also does a lot of mentoring for content creators, stuff like that. So go check him out. I'll have to throw up his @ here in a minute because I can't remember it because it's a bunch of letters. But it's essentially how about them damn dogs. It's like all the abbreviations for how about them damn dogs podcast or something like that. It's something
that's pretty dope. That's dope.
Really cool. Really good. He's been in the media business for a long time, so he's got a lot of knowledge that he's trying to drop on content creators and stuff like that to help gain knowledge. So it's really cool. Zach, thank you for coming in. Zach, appreciate you watching. Man, and our wrestling encyclopedia, Stampede. What's going on? Stampede, don't yeet. There you go. You've got a brother in Stampede that will not yeet.
We're boys.
And I agree. Welcome in, Jeremy. And there we go. Jeremy lets us know HBTFD podcast. How about them effing dogs is what it stands for. And we're not on just Twitch anymore. We're back on YouTube, so I have to say effing, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I could say fucking. I could do it. They say it all the time on other stuff. But welcome, everybody. It is the Backlash of Backlash. It was a pretty big pay-per-view. I guess pretty B pay-per-view. We'll get into how we rate it, get it over every match. A lot of stuff happened over the week. Really good Raw, in my opinion. A really good Dynamite last night. I really enjoyed watching Dynamite. NXT was pretty good. But we will get into everything in between time. But first, before we get started, sad news to pass on. We did lose a legend in the business, the passing of Sabu. So we will have a moment of silence with you guys as we celebrate Sabu. Everybody put your fingers up. Thank you to Vinny from the Suds Media Podcast. He threw that in there as a nice tribute to him. So definitely shout out. Let us know, everyone, in the chat what your favorite Sabu moment was or match or anything like that. So yeah, definitely lost a legend. Very emotional. Taz last night, who was a good friend of Sabu, giving his thoughts and memories on a friend of his, was very emotional. And
a lot of those matches were great too. Watching those growing up as a kid, I was like, man, ECW definitely pushed the line, and Sabu was at the front of that. You know, you had Sabu, RVD, Sandman, Rhino, the Dudleys, Taz, all those guys, Tommy Dreamer, freaking James Storm, a lot of people don't remember him. But yeah, no, Sabu was a freak before freaks were freaks, in WWE today. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be getting a lot of these death-defying guys like Darby Allin, Stone Cold was
Stone Cold was in ECW. He was
ECW.
Yeah, he was in ECW before for a lot of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nate. Very, very cool. Also, before we get started on everything, also throw out thoughts and good vibes to JR, who announced today he has been diagnosed with colon cancer. We don't do a lot of this on the show, but a couple things hitting all here at once. Wanted to make sure we acknowledge them and thoughts and prayers. Whatever good energy you can send out to both Sabu's family and Jim Ross's family, who is battling cancer. Luckily, I think hopefully they said they caught it in time. He's having surgery, stuff like that. So hopefully it is going to be treated and he'll be back at a commentator table very soon. So
get well.
With that, we will get out of some depressing news and into the world of wrestling, which is why we're all here. TC say it was a meh PLE. I can respect that.
Gave it
a PLE Backlash would have made a really good SmackDown. That's also fair.
Yes. Okay, that's what I was thinking too, Stampede. Yes.
Let's see. And we will bring up the slideshow. I hit the wrong one. Sped's not there. Ooh, I got rid of Sped for a second. And all my dreams came true. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? My bad.
Oh, God damn it. I mean, what?
So with Backlash, we did have the run-in crown on the line. It was a fatal four-way between us two, Brian, our Sooner friend, and the Ultimate One. It was vacant because we had a tie at WrestleMania, but we will see who won that crown as we go through each match.
Yeah.
First up, you see there the fatal four-way for the United States Championship, won by Jacob Fatu. Before we get to the end and how it ended, what did you think of the match overall?
They did not need this ending whatsoever. Bringing in Jeff Cobb and stuff. I love this match. This was a great opener. This set the tone. It kind of should have been the second to last match, in my opinion. But this match was fantastic. I didn't think they needed the Jeff Cobb stuff. Fatu looking confused and everything, like taking a minute before he got in to finish it off. But this match all around was a great one. I thought all of them were killing it. But yeah, no. What did you think, though?
I agree. I mean, I thought it was a really good match. Shout out to Drew McIntyre. Hopefully everything's good. I think at last I heard he was good. Had hit the concrete on that spot on the outside to the table. I agree. I don't know that they necessarily needed the Jeff Cobb thing. I think it's cool that they introduced him. I didn't expect Jeff Cobb in that instance.
No, not yet.
I knew we had all talked about him showing up, and I heard that there was some kind of rumor that he may be involved with the Bloodline. We'll have to see where he fits. Kind of in the same vein of Bronson Reed before he got hurt. He's technically not Samoan, not in the Bloodline particularly, but he's, just a big bad dude. And whenever you can bring in a big bad dude, it's always a good thing. So,
but this big,
I don't know that I'd say it would ruin the match, but it definitely brought it down some. The match would have been great for maybe them to come out afterwards and maybe jump LA Knight after the fact, maybe.
Yep.
But I don't mind it. I'm excited to see what Jeff Cobb does.
Your comment about this is a big bad dude. This big bad dude's a freak, though. This dude would throw grown men around like it's nothing.
Hey, we didn't have anything to do with that, Stampede. The run-in didn't book any of that.
Now, hold on, time out. I didn't say anything to do with that. Stampede's a good guy.
I agree. It took away from it. It would have, and that's exactly what I was saying. Should have been done after the match. He could have came out and still had the same confused look. They didn't need to protect anybody in that match to take the pin from Jacob because it didn't have anybody just to take it. But that's again, look where Jeff Cobb comes from.
Yep.
A lot of what they do is stiff.
Yep.
The first time in this environment, he's going to be stiff for a little while.
Yep. That's why. Yeah.
I am anxious to see what happens. I know Jacob did. Was it the Raw Rundown? Maybe he did an interview a day or two later. Said, I didn't know anything about it either. I'm just as confused as you are. So he's looking forward to hearing tomorrow night on SmackDown what the hell's going on. Yeah, he's got a lot of experience. I mean, he's been in MLW, he's been in New Japan, he's been in Lucha Underground.
Yep.
Place.
AEW.
So yeah, he's definitely got a ton. He's spent a little time in AEW. So that's kind of what everybody's thinking, because Jacob is naturally becoming a face, even though he hasn't really changed anything he's done, but everybody's fallen in love with him. But if you remember, there was a time when everybody loved Solo, when he was Roman, where Solo had that same position as Jacob Fatu, and everybody turned on him. So you never know.
Yeah, but the booking's night and day on those two.
Yeah. Oh, he's been in Ring of Honor also.
Yeah, that's right. He was in Ring of Honor. That's right.
I don't get to watch Ring of Honor as much. So, I mean, I like Solo in NXT. I like it better when he was the street champ, when he was coming out, in the trunks, and just when he started wearing suits, he lost all. I hate to use the word aura. God, I hate that word, but for lack of a better term, he lost all his aura when he started putting on suits and doing all that, trying to be something he's not.
Yep.
So
sad.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm there with you, and that's and then to me that's where Solo did lose it. When, like I said, when Solo started putting suits on and trying to be the guy instead of just, he could have been the guy and just still been Solo,
a fighter,
instead of coming out with suits and everything like that. But
yeah, coming out with the one glove, looking like a mafioso, trying to be mafioso and stuff. Like, come on,
with the chain on. Yeah, I didn't need all that.
Yeah, like, come on.
So. But it worked exactly the way we did it. That we wanted to make him a bad guy so Roman could come back as a huge babyface. So it worked exactly how they wanted it to, I guess.
It did. It did.
Yeah, he tried to be Roman light. Yeah, I guess that's
Timu
Roman, which everybody called him the Timu Bloodline. So again, job well done WWE for making everybody go from liking him, thinking he's a badass, to calling him a punk, calling him Timu.
Yeah, and it's sad too because he beat John Cena at WrestleMania, and then after that, what happened? Yeah,
I don't know that I see him as a main event guy, as if for a long-term main event.
No.
You've got a guy in the main event position right now who I didn't see as a main event guy either, in Jey Uso. So
yes, I mean, you're right. You are right, but you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, I want you to.
I mean, he deserves it. He's over with the crowd. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, so don't get that twisted. But I never saw him in that position.
Yep. Nope. I just saw him as a mid. Yeah, I saw him as mid carder or a tag team specialist.
What's going on, Carol? Welcome in. Another one of our Carol? Georgia Bulldog friends. Maybe if they call him main event Solo. Yeah, that's a good one.
Where he comes up with four letters, one word. And that's all you have to say. Solo.
He just holds up the Solo.
Solo. No yeet. Damn it. 6 letters.
Told you, man. It's going to happen.
No yeet.
Next up, you have the Women's Intercontinental title match. Lyra Valkyria gets the win over Becky Lynch, surprising a lot of people. I know I picked Becky. Personally, in our prediction, I picked Becky, but I mean, I like the way they did it, where she kind of just got it out of nowhere really quick. And then gets beat down after the match. Continuing Becky Lynch's heel turn. She cuts a promo on Monday night. What did you think about the match? And then Becky's reaction on Monday?
Okay, first off, Becky. Look, I didn't have Becky. I had Becky. Sorry, I didn't have Lyra. I thought this match was fantastic. The ending was fantastic. All right, the whole roll up. My arm hurts. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like wow, that just ended. Yeah,
it was very sudden.
It was very sudden, but I loved how this worked because then she threw a temper tantrum at the end and put her in a disarmor and then just destroyed her arm. And yes, I think there might be a chance where she joins Seth's faction, because of being a heel and Seth's a heel. And there's a chance, but no, I do they? I'm pretty sure they took a picture with
Seth
each
and
other.
Becky, have they? I think they know each other. I mean, they've worked together for a while. I'm sure they probably know. So. I'm sure they probably know. So they know each other.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I like that ending. That was a great one. Yeah, see, I thought this was a good match too. I thought it was one of those straightforward, classic intercontinental matches that you would have seen back in the day. You know, like a little workhorse champion, and it elevated Lyra. Look, she looked
And,
good in this match.
and who would have ever thought that this would have been match of the night? Oh wait, no, I thought that. I said that on our prediction show that this would
You
probably be
did.
match of the night.
You did.
Everybody's like, no, it's going to be the 4-way. No, it's going to be the 4-way.
Hold on, I said the Dom Penta match.
Well, you were still wrong.
I know.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh, I love it.
I can't say I won the crown. I gotta hang my hat on something. So
I know, right? I love it. It's a good one though.
But no, it was a great match. I'm interested to see where this goes. Are we going to get another Becky Lyra match? When does Bayley come back? I mean, there's a lot of questions still around this whole Intercontinental title and what Becky's going to do and everything like that. So
Hey, it's funny how we were complaining about how they're not doing anything with this mid-card division, and now look at them. You know, they got stuff going on SmackDown now for the mid-card, the United States Championship, and look at Raw. They got things moving now for the IC title. You know, so
yeah,
she is having a great year this year, and
definitely.
people are starting to wake up to it. Wake up to her ability in that ring. She's really good. She'll get better with promos.
For reference, Stampede, who is your top WWE person on your women's rankings, and how high are they? Just so you have kind of a range between where Lyra is and who I think I know who your number one WWE person is, but I won't spoil it. I'll let you put it out there. But where do they rank in the world for you as well?
Third.
Let's see. I won't be. I think it's third. I think I've heard him say that too, and I think I know who it is. But I'll let him. I'll let him put it out there. I think Lyra has a few more years, and she'll be top 5. I don't know that it'll be a few more years. I think next year maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's really good.
She keeps going the way she's going. She'll be top 5 at the end of this year. Middle of next year. By next WrestleMania for sure.
The Red Cup is.
And it's come back and attacks Lyra and be healed. Yeah, but they've already put in the storyline where Becky's the one that attacked her at WrestleMania. Yep. So they've already implanted that. So that's at least got to happen first. I could see her attacking Lyra after the Becky match and going for the title afterwards, because obviously there's bad blood there since she replaced her. But yeah, definitely I could see them having a match, but I don't think they want Bayley heel right now. Especially just turning Becky heel on the same show, another big heel. I don't think they want Becky and Bayley together as heels just yet. And there's the rest. For WWE, Vakor is 9th, Io is 10th, and Lyra's 11th. That's changed a little bit. Wasn't Io higher than Vakor not too long ago, Stampede? Because I thought you had Io higher than her. Maybe, I mean, obviously it changes. It's fluid, so. All right. Next up, we have. Go ahead.
All right, listen, Nakabra, all right, is still the Intercontinental Champion, all right? And it's because of the greatest American export. Yeah, it is Grande Americano. All right, we love you, Omos.
In a bad spot. Let's call a spade a spade. That spot was bad.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was a bad spot. I didn't even think they needed it though. I mean, I like. This match was great. Dom doing the flying suicide DDT, Penta jumping over the referee and over the top, doing the Mexican Canadian destroyer on the freaking apron. The only thing that was bad about this was, and I agree, is the Grande Americano spot. They did not need it. They did not need it.
He missed with the headbutt.
Yeah, he
did.
Was
the bad part. If he'd have hit him square with the headbutt, it would have made better sense.
Yep.
But it's just. I mean, he missed with the headbutt, and I get it. It happens. It's wrestling. I couldn't even climb the ropes to get up there. So let's put that out there first. But in a spot like that, the main part of the match, you're supposed to go for a headbutt, and I don't know if Penta moved real quick or if it was just time misjudged by whoever's under that mask. Maybe the mask got in his eyes. Whoever it is, we don't know who it is.
Small. It was too small for Omos, man. They've been saying it's Chad Gable. And it's too small, man. But look at Finn behind Dom. He's really eyeing him up, man. That's coming real soon. That's gonna break a lot of people's
Yeah, I was
hearts.
wondering why you left that in there, but that was pretty smart when you left that in there when you made that slide. I like it.
Yeah.
See if we missed any comments about this match.
Everybody's like, boring. This match sucked. Nah,
Oh, they didn't suck.
this match really, these two put on a great match. And I'm like I said, you did not need Grande Americano, but whatever. Hey, look, he gave it a 7.25. I gave it a 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been higher without the interference at the end. I mean,
Yes.
without the Americano interference, it would have been higher.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh, yeah, it would have been at least an 8+ easy. This match was golden. It definitely
100%. We're definitely getting Finn versus Dom for the belt at some point.
And that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
It'll be a good match.
Because those two have been working behind the scenes together. They know how each other moves. It's gonna be nice.
But yeah, I mean, again, great match. Dom continues to
shine,
improve every week, and get better and better. You know, even better than I thought he would. That's a good question. Stampede would have been an 8 or a 9 without the interference. I think it would have been at least an 8. I don't know that I would have gone too much higher.
8.5,
but at least an 8.
This was one of those matches without that interference. Could have been match of the night, like I said. But that interference screwed it, just like the Fatal 4-Way. It's like, what? You didn't need that. You didn't need it. People have been talking about it without the interference, but yeah, I get it. We got Jeff Cobb, yeah, and then we got Grande Americano, Yeah,
I mean, it's all about the story, man. Gotta progress that story.
Gotta progress it.
Yeah, the Judgment Day has been slowly breaking up forever, or reforming and reshaping. So he goes almost an 8 without the interference for Stampede.
Oh, nice.
Then you have the grudge match, Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Yeah, I mean, it was better than it had any business being, but it still wasn't great. Yes. Obviously.
Yes, it was better than expected, but Gunther definitely carried.
Oh, 100%. But I loved the way, and this is where I'll give them respect and give them a pass. Even the commentators said, look, Gunther can end it anytime he wants to. At no point did they even talk about maybe McAfee has a chance. I mean, obviously, Michael Cole, when he got excited, said, let's go, all the stuff he did. But at no point did anybody ever once think that Pat McAfee was ever going to win this match, which is how it should have been.
I love Wade Barrett for that. Okay. He is a straight from the hip kind of commentator that we need. All right.
Yeah.
And this match, it was good. It was better than expected, be real. But yeah.
Isaiah says the same thing. Welcome in, Isaiah, by the way. I don't think I said welcome to you when I saw your first comment, but
I really am surprised it lasted that long. And I was gonna flip out if freaking when Pat had Gunther in the sleeper. If Gunther would have tapped immediately, I was gonna be like, this is
I'd have cut off the pay-per-view. I'd have cut it off.
So
I wouldn't watch the main event.
Done right then and there. I would have been nettled to the point, man.
No universe should Pat McAfee have beaten.
No.
Gunther,
oh God, no. Ever.
It scared me when Michael Cole held the foot. I thought maybe they were going to do it, and I still would have been pissed.
Oh my God.
Luckily, Gunther's smarter than that, and he rolled out instead of trying to kick out. So
yeah, he's
100%.
Oh man, that right there. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people here don't remember CM Punk versus John Cena back in 2011 when they were Money in the Bank, right? Chicago, and they had that if Punk loses, we riot. I'm 100% sure if Pat McAfee would have won this match, they would have rioted.
Yeah. Somebody would have thrown something in the ring, and it wouldn't have been just a beer bottle.
No, I was going to say, not just a beer bottle. This would be like when Goldberg beat Hulk Hogan for the world title in Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it served what it was supposed to do. I mean, it let Gunther be a monster, let him be the bully. I was kind of surprised of the show of respect afterwards. I figured Gunther would just, maybe Pat would put his hand out in a show of respect and Gunther would just slap it away and walk off. So maybe I thought that would have happened. I I don't mind it, I guess is the best way to say it, but I wish it wouldn't have happened. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
What's up, Dr. Huge Show? Appreciate you coming in. Thought it was disrespectful that he was at Raw. I did think it was weird that he came in where he came in on Raw.
That where I had a problem with that too when he came in. I'm like, why couldn't you wait till after the match, or could have done this
right before the entrances? You could have done it after the opening segment, but before the entrances.
Exactly. It's like, wow, that was messed up.
And there is Randy, who we mentioned earlier with the How About Them Effing Dogs podcast. We talked about him a little bit earlier with the mentoring he's doing and the seminars he's got and his great podcast on Wednesday nights, where you can check Carol out in the comments there as well. So, and gained a lot of. I mean, he gained a lot from everybody. I mean, he took a lot more punishment than a lot of people expected him to.
He took a lot.
And nobody would have been mad if it would have been like a 2-minute match and he'd have got chopped once or twice, choked out, and then that would have been the match. But the fact that he kept coming back and he kept taking punishment, I agree. I gained a lot of respect for his want to in the business and actually getting there and taking his ass kicking. So I agree. I did gain some respect for him. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not angry at it. I'm not mad. It's not like I'm going to say it sucks. I just wish it wouldn't have happened to keep Gunther at that bully level kind of thing. But that's a me thing. That's not a hindrance against the match. I agree with you. It's around a 7 out of 10, somewhere around that for me. I just wish it hadn't happened. I'm not mad that it happened, but I just wish it wouldn't have. Then you have the main event. One last time, John Cena, Randy Orton. Randy Orton gets the victory after from R-Truth?
John,
yeah, did I say Randy? John Cena gets the win. The guy with the title there in the middle of the picture gets the win after some help from, of all people, R-Truth. Didn't necessarily see that coming in the match. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that in the story of how it happened?
Well, it actually makes major sense in the long run if you think about it with R-Truth. It makes perfect sense. But this match, think about it. These two have been going at it for 20 plus years. Okay. I don't think they've ever put on a bad match. To be honest with you, they've had last man standings. They've had Extreme Rules. They've had, steel cages, ladder matches, everything. And I don't know if these two ever put on a bad match against each other. They're both in their 40s. They're both up there. I love this match. All right. And I don't know if you saw the ending. I know Esteban sent it to me. I think Cena holds it until October. I think something's going to happen in October. But I think because what Esteban showed me was a video of Cena staring at the belt, listening to the crowd saying, "Thank you, Cena. Thank you, Cena." Yeah, the whole time. And,
well, I mean, they showed that on the broadcast. Like everybody saw that.
Oh, I didn't. I turned it off after I saw the name. I was like, all right, my kids are not shutting up.
Yeah. When they cut directly to the post show, this was like, because they've started doing that the past few pay-per-views. Like it cuts for a second and then comes back up exactly where it left off to start the post show. They don't like cut backstage anymore, and they showed all that on the post show. So
yeah, see, I didn't know. See, he showed me from the actual ringside, because he was there. But hearing that crowd, saying, "Thank you, Cena," and Cena looking around like, "Damn, man, this might be it." Like literally, this is it. That was great. It was overbooked. It could. I said 15 minutes. This match should only had a 15-minute time limit, but they did.
Yeah, they went almost 30.
Yeah, I know, and that felt too damn long.
It did. I don't know that I would go. I would go a lot higher than a 3. I wouldn't put it up at the 7 or 8s that we've been given everything else. I would have said a 5 or a 6.
I gave it a 6.
There
That's still passing.
Yeah, I'm right there. I don't know that I would have gone as low as a 3, but obviously that's.
No, I get why you
went
different
opinions for everybody. So
no, I get it. The one is too damn long. Yeah,
I agree, and that's what needs to happen. I mean, I hate that that's becoming kind of the trope for big bad heels now, is you're taking out R-Truth just to prove you're a bad guy. but it works. If it works, it works.
I get that, but this one has more story to it than just, let's go beat up R-Truth. There's a lot more story to this than just that. And if you let Truth do what he has to do, Truth can still go. People forget. The Miz can still go. People forget that. There's a few other guys I could actually name off right now that can still go and people forget. But like the thing is R-Truth can get you on the mic without being comedy. He can get you in the ring without all that comedy stick. And I think that's what we need from R-Truth in this. And that's what people are going to have to see, that Truth can do it. There's a lot of people, a lot of OGs that have been watching wrestling for years that have been asking for one more title run, solo title run for R-Truth, not the 24/7. Don't give him tag team, give him the US or the Intercontinental and make him run it again. And he did pretty damn good as a US champion before. And he was damn good as an NWA champion.
So overall, as a pay-per-view, what grade do you give Backlash as a whole?
I gave it a C. I gave it a high C, C+. Real close.
7.5 out of 10.
Oh, like 7.75 out of 10. It's a high C+. That's not a B yet.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, I'd go either 7.5, maybe 7.5, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
I'd love it if Cena got in his ear and made him realize he's been a clown. Look, I'm gonna need you not to give John Cena Karrion Kross's character.
Yeah, don't do
Michael.
it. Don't do it.
We're not trying to take anything. We stand Karrion Kross around here. I'm not trying to take anything away from Karrion Kross. So we're not blurring those lines, sir.
Yeah, Karrion Kross wakes up in the morning, piss excellence.
Show is a 5 for Nate. Mike says
B-.
B-.
And that's I almost gave it a B-.
Versus Dom.
That would be a great match. A lot of people would sleep on that, but that would be a good match. If you let Truth,
they're on different shows.
They are.
He's got to go in, and I don't see him beating Jacob.
No, oh God, no. Oh God, no.
I don't see him beating Jacob. Lady Alpha had a B+. Isaiah had a 7. So yeah,
no, okay.
I mean, we're all not far off from each other. Nobody's given it, except for I think Nate gave it a 5, but nobody's given it a bad grade. So it was a decent. It was a B show. Everybody's coming off of WrestleMania. I mean, it was never going to be the greatest show in the world. No. It's just not. We're what, 2 weeks away, 2.5, 3 weeks away from Money in the Bank. You just came off of WrestleMania. So yeah, it's just, I don't know that I wouldn't say he couldn't beat any of them. He could definitely beat Dom. I'd give him that. Not as much as I like Dom. He could find a way to beat Dom.
He could beat Dom. He could outsmart Dom.
Yeah, and Saturday Night Main Event. Yeah, I kind of left that off, but yeah, that's in there too. Glorified house show.
We got Saturday Night Main Event.
We'll get there. I'm going to talk about it.
Bless it, man. Those three.
Which, unfortunately, does leave us again with a tie. The run-in wrestling crown is still vacant. That weird dude is still holding it hostage. Stay tuned to our X accounts over the next week or so, where I will let you guys know what we're going to do to break the tie. There will not be another tie this time. There will be a winner coming out of Saturday night's main event. I guarantee that. That is not a prediction. It is a spoiler. To see who will be the crown run-in champion going into Money in the Bank in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for more information on that. Follow me at X at _BigMike27 and Sped at SP3DROCK on X to find out more coming up. Let's see. I enjoyed Backlash better than Either Night of Mania. It had better ring flow. 60% of wrestling. That is a little crazy for WWE. I mean, usually they're around 30 to 40, so a lot more wrestling than I expected. What's going on, T? How you doing?
That's funny.
What's up, Final Boss Lady? Thank you for coming in, Boss Lady. Make sure you check out the DWE family. Turn It Up podcast. I think they air on Wednesday nights. I'm still getting used to. They're fairly new on YouTube. Her and Miami the Great. who has also been on our show. So thank you to both of you guys and welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. Look out for a DM from me here in the next few days, boss lady, about some stuff coming up. Hopefully, try to get you on the show in the next few weeks or so. So that is all. Anything from Backlash we missed? We got the returns, we got the turns, and everything like that.
Nah, I think we got everything.
Sweet. Moving on Monday Night Raw. Start off with a banger of a match.
It was,
in my opinion. AJ Styles, Finn Balor. AJ gets the win after some miscommunication, right?
I think it was.
A little bit. Little bit.
Yeah, but the real
who's going what way? Who's going the other?
Yeah, but the real question was, where's Dom?
That is a good question.
What was Dom?
Why was he not out there?
Why? Yeah. What happened?
There you go. Talk it up. It goes on random days. So I guess that's a good reason why I don't know what day it goes on, since it's random. Makes me feel a little bit better.
You know where Dom was? Dom was in the back
eating some chicken tendies.
Eating some chicken tendies. And just chilling with that beautiful
Skyping with Liv over in Japan.
Yeah, he's like, hey, listen, what's good? What's good?
He's got that actress girlfriend. You got to keep her happy. He's back there talking to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was a very weird match.
I remember those days, Lady Alpha, when I used to do that. Like, hey, what up, Sped? How you doing? Like,
I could see you doing that. I can see you going to the mirror going, yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, what's good? Yeah.
Imitating Razor Ramon or Val Venus. Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Just like that, yeah.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it went too, yeah. Like, hey, yo, what's good? Let me put this toothpick in my mouth real fast.
And then knowing you probably actually stick it in your gums, and then your gums are bleeding, and then it messes it all up.
Gets up and down like like a dog out.
Just be glad you found Tater.
Right? Oh man, glad she knows how to use scissors.
Speaking of finding people, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley with another good match, in my opinion, over Roxanne Perez and Julia. The veterans get the win in a really good match. What'd you think about this match?
I liked it. It was a great match, all in all. Raw wasn't bad actually this week. There was a lot of good matches, a lot of things that set up things like this right here at the end, where I think she said at the end, she was like, I'm coming back for that. I want that or something. Like if you read her lips or whatever. And Io was like, me and you, that's a no-brainer. I'll do that all day. And I like that. If they do this at Evolution or Evolve, whatever the hell they want to do it.
Evolution, you're right.
Evolution. If they want to do it there, that would be great. But I think Money in the Bank might be on the horizon for this. I mean, even Saturday Night main event. No,
it needs to be at Evolution. This needs to be one of the big matches at Evolution needs to be Rhea.
Oh yeah, this would be a great match. This right here it should be the main event. Now I don't know about SummerSlam. SummerSlam is a little too long because that's in August, right? Yeah, it's in August.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a little too far away to keep that build.
I definitely don't want it at SummerSlam. I also don't know that it'll be in the main event because with it being an Evolution PLE, I wouldn't mind, and I don't normally like Battle Royals being the main event unless it's Royal Rumble. I wouldn't mind having like an Evolution Battle Royal where you have old and new and things like that. Just kind of showcase where women's wrestling was and where it is today. I think that would be really cool. Even where it's going, have some of the NXT girls, have some of the Evolve kids. Maybe whoever wins LFG gets a spot in there. So I think that would be really cool as a main event there.
Yeah, you're right. It was a great way to end the show. And what throws me off though is that 4 weeks on the main roster as a tag team, and now they're gone. Yeah, it's like that episode of South Park where they're at the bank and everything's like, and it's gone.
So we use tag team very loosely in that respect, though. I don't see that as a tag team breaking up. They were just two young up and comers who had the same idea. I think Roxanne even said that after the first week.
Yeah,
we just kind of had the same thought. It's not like we're a team. They're not together. So I don't see that. And I saw a lot of that discourse online. Well, you're already breaking them up. They were never a tag team.
No.
They had the same goal. They were both trying to make a name for themselves in the business. They did that with this match. Now they can go their separate ways and do their own thing. So I didn't like all the discourse was, oh, well, you're already breaking up a tag team. That's not what this was. They were never a tag team.
I would like to see him just go a little bit longer and then have a feud between the two. That would be nice.
Yeah, but we've already seen that in NXT. And I get the main roster is different than NXT. I personally, since I watched NXT, I want to see them go do other things and then let them come back.
Yes.
And maybe at SummerSlam for and maybe they're going in a 3-way for the Intercontinental title against Lyra.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Let's see. Stampede Evolution. Use the 100%. Bring in TNA. Bring in NXT. Bring in everybody.
That's what I was thinking too. Bring in TNA.
Marigold.
Yep.
Yes.
I
disagree that they don't need legends because it's called Evolution for a reason.
Yep. No, I get
need to have some legends on the show. Do they need to win? Do they need to be showcased? No, but they need to be there so they can show where women's wrestling came from in the WWE.
Yeah, no.
To show where they're going. The whole point of the show is Evolution. It's the whole name of it.
I would like for them to bring that. I know it's Mae Young, but I would like them to bring back that Mae Young Classic and just call it something else. You know, that was legit. Bring that back. That was legit. All right, I like that a lot. Only thing wrong.
Yeah, I could see that, but they could still both be heels. Neither one of them necessarily have to turn. Yeah. I didn't see that in that segment that either one of them were going to go face. I just thought they were both frustrated heels, and now they're just kind of going out. And I get that part, boss lady. And I'm not saying go out there and have a bra and panties match, but we need to see people like Michelle McCool, like Victoria, Lita. Like a Jazz, Lita.
Yeah, Jazz,
Trish.
Yes. Give me Jacqueline.
I want to see some of those women on there to show where women's wrestling was and where
Molly Holly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some really good female wrestlers back then that they didn't need to showcase their body like that. Yeah. Which I understand what the evil stuff twisted PG. I'm going with PG. Yeah,
I got you. But I would be down with Lay Cool in a tag title match, 100%.
They're
going to get cheered. You've got Liv and Raquel as the heels.
Yep,
100%. I would love to see that. And I know I haven't talked to Michelle, but I have physically talked to Layla. I know she wants that. I know she would do it in a heartbeat if they called her. So yeah,
she has said that she's been vocal about that for years now, hasn't she?
Well, yeah, we interviewed her on Chair Shot, and that was one of the things she talked about. She'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yep,
that's what I meant by I talked to her. I'm like I don't have her number, and we just chat. That's not gonna.
No,
happen.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I don't got it like that. Yeah, but you also can't go forward without learning from the past and acknowledging that it happened.
Yep.
So I can definitely push back on that in that respect. Next week, we do have a huge tag team match. The Judgment Days, Finn and JD, going up against AJ Styles and Penta. It's going to be a great match. I think Penta and AJ get the win just because of the dissension, but I think it furthers the dissension between the Judgment Day. Yeah. So, do you agree? Do you think they get the win?
Yeah, I think Penta and AJ get the win. I don't think Dom shows up again this week. I think he's starting to push away, showing that he doesn't need him. That's what he's trying to think. He doesn't need him. But I couldn't find the other match graphic, and that was Sheamus versus Grayson Waller. All right.
I actually did see it. I'm sorry. I wish you'd have told me that. I could have got it for you.
You're good. No worries. No worries. But that match I'm looking forward to because I think it's time to pull the plug on the Grayson Waller and Austin Theory experiment. It worked for a little bit, and now it's not.
So, and we talked about this. I was on the Raw Rundown with John and those guys. And hear me out. Don't just automatically laugh at me. I think Grayson Waller would do really well in Seth Rollins' group.
Yeah.
because I think it would give him a change of character because he'd obviously have to get a little bit more serious than what he's ever been.
Yep.
So it would be a reset for him. Austin Theory has already been going face. He's already been getting cheered more. Let him go naturally be a babyface. Let him be the good guy. And even maybe they beat down Austin, and that's how they turn him, and that's how he gets brought into that group.
Yeah.
And shows a little bit more of a serious side from Wallow, which we've really never seen even in NXT. I think that would be a really cool idea. I got a lot of pushback on it on the rundown from a lot of people in the audience, but I just think it would be cool. What do you think?
I like it. You know, so look, either Theory or Waller should go in with a Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins combo. They would learn so much from that.
It's a good point. They have been breaking up for a while.
And yeah,
they've technically never been on a break.
That's true. That is 100% true.
Dom will hesitate. There you go.
That'd be dope. I don't think Dom's gonna be out there this week for this. I think he's still pushing. He's just pushing away. And we're gonna get the turn coming up when Dom's in a match. I want to say Saturday night main event is when he's gonna have another match. AJ Styles.
I know,
that's who.
I know that's the plan, Stampede, but plans always change. And again, like I said, Waller as he exists right now, I agree. But having a reset for Waller coming out of this would benefit him a lot.
It would be, he would benefit big time from that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, you got a Theory as the third man on the Rock side is actually that would do wonders for that kid's career. All right, to have Cena and Rock backing you. Oh man, I like Austin Theory. That kid he's a 5-tool player. You know, if you watch baseball, you know what that means. He can do it all. You know, and I think the last few years he's gotten a bad rep because he was the chosen one from Vinnie Mac. You know, and he was Vinnie Mac's handpicked next man up, and I think he got a bad rep because of that. Big out.
The third man could be Mabel. That's definitely a deep cut.
Yep.
Anything else from Raw? I know we've got Money in the Bank qualifiers starting tomorrow night on SmackDown and Monday night on Raw. I haven't seen who's going to be in the match. Who do you think the first qualifying match on Raw is going to be?
Karrion Kross. Well, actually, you know what? I
said who's the qualifying match?
Oh, Kross versus man. Trying to think of who he had to face. It won't be Tozawa. Tozawa's about to face Rusev. That's gonna be the second one. Rusev takes out. I don't know who Kross faces. Maybe JD McDonough or Carlito. Those two.
Well, I mean, JD's but they've got to be.
Oh yeah. Face. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I think Kross might be a face now. You see how many people are buying his stuff and cheering his ass?
I've seen that, but on TV, he's still a heel.
I don't know, man. I don't know who he would have to face.
Be thinking about it. We'll come back to it.
Brodus or Julius, the Creeds. They don't got a match next week. I don't think.
Yeah.
There's a number of people.
Yeah, there's a few. So
I do.
Moving on. I mean, I do agree Karrion Kross needs to be in there. I don't know that he'll have a match next week. I would like it to be in a couple weeks against maybe an AJ or a Penta or something like that.
That'd be cool.
But not this coming Monday. Moving on, we move on to NXT. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, NXT was just kind of okay for me.
There was one segment that I enjoyed. That was it.
Yeah, I'm Boss Lady's not happy with Rusev's booking.
Not yet. He just
it'll get there. Yeah, they're letting him knock off some ring rust against Alpha Academy. So, and it looks like Woods was given one with that backstage segment because he was giving it to him as they were walking, as whoever it was walking out. I was focused more on that as well, where Karrion Kross was talking to the New Day. And granted, they deserve to wear it. They should wear it because they're there because of him.
That's true. And they acknowledge that too.
Well, I mean, that's what he is right now. Rusev, as right now, he's not a main event guy right now. He can build up. He'll build up to that as he keeps going. But they specifically put him in the mid card because of everything going on in the main event. They didn't want him to get lost in that shuffle.
Oh yeah.
They also didn't want to lose Braun Breaker or somebody like that, because if they put him in the main event, going up against somebody like a Braun Breaker, one of them's going to get overshadowed, and they don't want that. So they're gonna let him buy his time, knock off some ring rust, beat up some baby faces.
Yep.
And then when they need him to go to the main event, he can make that jump and start going after main event talent. That's a good point. Hopefully they break it and they do something better with him. I can't argue that point at all. He has redeemed these nuts level of redeem. Okay. That's a
funny.
choice.
That was funny. It's a choice. Right. This is the one.
So I'll let you talk about it, because if this is the one you liked, I have a different take on it. Shout out, is this EC's picture?
Yes, this is Esteban's picture.
Shout out to Esteban. EC, you hear us talking about him all the time. Takes a lot of really good photography for NXT, WWE, PLEs. This is one of his shots. So thank you to him for letting us use it. But yeah, really cool shot. But what did you think about Tatum's, I guess, new kind of character?
She lost everything. Okay. And I was talking to Esteban about this a little bit. And the fact that she lost everything, it works for her. They acknowledge the fact that nobody's around for her no more. Okay. And hold on one second. What?
So basically, yeah. So I agree. She lost everything. She lost her friends. Yep. She lost her husband.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's
behind the scenes. I mean, pretty much everybody close to her is gone now.
Gone. But the way she freaked out, this is a new level of her. You know, that we're seeing a new style. And I think this right here is just, it's beautiful. The way I like Thea Hale. Don't get it twisted. And it's sad that she's the one who had to get, her eyes gouged out and be, from Paxley, Tatum. But this was great. And this is what she needed, a different character that didn't come out looking like a Barbie doll, a gothic Barbie doll at that.
Yeah.
So I like this character of her. She's going to do great things. North American title is coming to her here soon.
I hope so. I don't mind the Tatum character. And this is going to be a hot take for me, and I'll admit it. I don't like Thea Hale's character right now.
No, oh God, no.
Just don't.
No.
I loved her in Chase U. I've always been a big Chase U fan. That worked in Chase U, where she's the bulldog doing all that. It doesn't necessarily work by yourself. I need her to go through some kind of and like the whole like this.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I don't get Thea Hale right now. And I love Thea Hale.
When she's doing that, I can only think of Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother in the early episodes, where he's like, "Hey, right here, Ted, right here," the whole time. That's the only thing I can think of. But I get what you're saying. Thea Hale needs a different character. She needs something different.
Yes. Because I agree with Stampede. She's great in the ring. Like in between the ropes, she's great. She can put on a great show.
Yes.
She puts on great matches. Yes. I thought the match with her and Tatum was great. The end. I thought the ending was very creative, very cool. The way they did it, where she just still kind of snapped even more.
Yep.
I don't like. She needs it's something. Something's got to change. I don't
maybe getting her eye gouged out, she'll become a pirate. And
it is NXT. That could happen. Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, she
We've had DJs and everything else.
The last pirate that we had in WWE, he won the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, the whole grown ass woman thing isn't a thing anymore. It was fun when JC Jane was there, and it became the part of that story.
Yeah,
I don't need it anymore.
He's fine. They don't care. They know he's annoying.
I didn't notice that about the gear too. That is a nice touch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she was. Oh my God.
The eye grow back like Ray's. That's a good callback.
That's funny. Like yeah, that's funny.
I like it a lot. That's good stuff.
What about Aleister Black? His eye's back. Yeah. You can go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, and really the only thing, there was a couple other matches. okay matches. Obafemi got to squash Charles.
Yeah.
That was fun. Getting to see Obafemi
Actually, was
squash
it really
somebody's
a
always.
squash though? Like, because
It technically isn't, but I'm going to call it that because I like Obafemi. Let me have my
I
moment.
like how Charlie Dempsey actually held his own. You know, used that technical prowess and actually held his own against Ruler. I like Charlie Dempsey though. You know that. I'm a big Charlie Dempsey fan. I think that
I
dude's
do. I
freaking
like him too.
phenomenal.
And I like the way their character's going, where he's
Oh
kind
yeah.
of where the whole, and we'll move on to the last slide because it's, the Miles Bourne had a really good match with Ethan Page.
I did that for
and
you.
Faces Oba coming up.
Baby Orton. That's what he says. Everybody calls him Baby Orton at the performance. Yeah, I know. It's funny.
And they missed out on a huge opportunity when they had the double for Orton a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
They should have had that be him.
Yeah.
And then once Randy Orton came in and did the RKO, like he picks him up and takes the hood off and it's him. They don't have to acknowledge anything else, but all the NXT fans, all the really, really marks would have popped for that just because it would have been funny as hell.
It would have been
great.
He
pats him on the chest and then walks off.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been hilarious.
I feel bad that he's about to get. Yeah, this is going to be a
Oh, yeah, he's going to get his ass kicked.
He's going to get killed.
He is going to get his ass kicked.
They're going to let him do. If he power slams Oba one time, I'm going to call shenanigans. All right? I'm calling major shenanigans.
Yeah, and this whole Lexus King thing, I mean, there's been a lot of back and forth between AEW and NXT talent-wise over the past few weeks. So they all need to just shut up and focus on what they're doing. They both sides need to quit with each other. They just focus on what you're doing.
Yeah,
if you're in NXT, focus on what you're doing in NXT. Lexus King, you're not in a position to sit there and dog other people because you're not even at the mid card in NXT. You're barely mid card. So I don't need you talking smack. Javon Evans, you're right there at the mid card at best. I don't need either one of you talking smack to AEW. AEW, you're doing your thing. You're killing it.
They're having a great time.
I don't need them going after NXT people. I don't want to see it either way. I really don't.
No,
it's just my opinion.
No, I feel that.
It's different when we do it because we're stupid. We're fans, but talent doing it's a little weird to me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Miles Bourne and Obafemi just because Obafemi's going to kill it.
Yep.
Miles Bourne's going to do great things. He's a really good wrestler. Everybody in the QCC. I want to see Ren wrestle more, man. I love Ren Sinclair.
I just want to see some more Charlie Dempsey, man. Charlie Dempsey.
I want to see more of all of them.
I do. I like them all. And Dempsey's going to have one hell of a career at the end of this, when it's all said and done, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
So. That's pretty much everything with NXT, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there was a shucky ducky quack quack moment, but that was
there always is.
There's always a shucky ducky quack whack.
I am looking forward to Stephanie and Jordan coming up at Battleground, which we'll talk about next week.
That's
we will be doing Battleground predictions. So, what?
You're right. Oba is more of he can wrestle. He can wrestle. I wouldn't say Goldberg. He's more of he's more of a
I mean,
Bobby Lashley can go, but I mean he's more of he's
Bobby Lashley with more personality.
Yeah, he's a younger Lashley with more promo skills. Yeah, better.
I'll just say more personality.
That too.
Because that was that's always been my whole thing with Bobby is everything is the same tone, everything is the same. Yeah, like, there's never this with Bobby when he talks, when he does any of that.
No,
it's always been my issue with Bobby.
Yeah.
Great in the ring, great wrestler. I've never heard a bad thing about him backstage. He's always been a great person.
Yeah.
The dude is just, to me, he's just boring when he talks. He really is.
Bob Sapp tap out by punching him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really did inside the octagon.
At least Oba can show a little bit of emotion and actually show a little bit of range.
Speaking of which,
Oba. That's very true. He is getting a lot more experience. Speaking of which, what? Something before we go to Dynamite?
No, we are on Dynamite. It's about Dynamite. Is that the first slide? Because I didn't get to see it. We got a new member of the Hurt Business.
That's not the first slide. That's not the first slide. I think it's the second slide.
The second.
But first, we will talk about the amazing 4-way women's eliminator match Won by Mina Shirakawa, who pins Toni Storm in the championship eliminator match, which sets up Mina and Toni at Double or Nothing. Great match. Love this match. Sky Blue returned in Chicago, her hometown. Stampede, if you'll give me the name of the other lady, I know she's great. She just beat Mercedes for one of her IWGP titles, but I cannot think of her name to save my life. But she was also in this match and as part of the four-way. Her and Mina have had a lot of history together. But yeah, just a great match, man. Mina is one of the very few people who have won one of these eliminator matches against Toni. And they should have a great match at Double or Nothing. Did you get a chance to see it? What'd you think?
Well, I didn't get a chance to see it, but if they're doing this, there's no chance that Tony's losing now at Double or Nothing, is there?
No.
Okay, I thought so.
They're setting it up for because you've still got Jamie Hayter and Mercedes at the final of the Owen at Double or Nothing as well.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
But they wanted the champion doing something.
Yeah, I figured that's what they were doing, but I was like, hold on here. I really thought the Owen Hart tournament was still going.
No, the finals are at Double or Nothing. That's it.
That's okay.
For the men and the women.
Okay. No, I mean, this could be nice.
The new challenger for Toni.
Hayter and Mercedes. Sky Blue looking good. Very.
Yeah, I know about the strong champion. What is her name, Stampede? I can't think of Azum. Is it Azumi or something like that? I can't remember her name, and I apologize.
Azum.
Yeah, she had a really good showing. Mercedes Moné attacked her after the match, so they're obviously setting up a rematch between them. Yeah, Azumi. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, Azumi. I remember hearing it. Yes. I just said it 3 times, dude.
Yeah, my headphone. I gotta get new headphones, man. This thing's been cutting out every now and again. I'm like, God, I hate it. Like, yeah, I hate it.
But it's interesting now. There was a long time that they went without anybody beating Toni Storm in these eliminator matches.
Yep.
And now there's been a few in the past few months. So I mean, shout out to AEW changing it up. So
they got really good.
I agree with Carol. Happy to see Sky Blue back.
Oh yeah,
her ankle injury. It was great to see her back in her hometown. Big things coming for her in the future. Yes. Definitely a great match. And then, especially for Carol, I actually didn't have this slide in there. I put it in there just for Carol, who is a huge FTR fan. You actually had Nigel come out and apologize to Daniel Garcia for interfering in his match, losing his cool, which of course brings out FTR and Stokely. Chaos ensues, and we get a potential Daniel Garcia and Nigel against FTR match. It hasn't been announced official yet. I think it's going to be a really good match because, I mean, Nigel can go, man. We've seen it when he was.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
When they were in London, it was a really good match. Every time he's in the ring, he still proves he can go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still trying to get in touch with this Daniel Garcia character.
I just can't get in on Daniel's side.
Yeah, I don't have it. I have to admit, you'll remember when they first brought those together, I didn't think he would fit.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yep.
I enjoyed seeing him out there with them and everything he brought to that dynamic. And I enjoyed it. I didn't think it would work at first, but the more I'm seeing it, I agree, Phil. I think it's really good. It's really good placement. He's a really good talker. I think he fits with them a lot more than I thought he would. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Did you get to watch this at all, or you? I
watched the highlights on this one, and like I said, I can't get behind Daniel Garcia whatsoever. I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone's telling me he's good. Blah blah blah. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. And yes, I was about to say that right there. I agree with Stampede. They are working quite well, and it's shocking how well it's working. And look, Nigel proved that he's one of the better ROH guys that was out there. Okay. The dude can still go in the ring. He's one of those announcers like Wade Barrett that I believe could still probably go in the ring if he got back in, and he's one. I believe in Nigel's ability in ring hell of a lot more than Pat McAfee.
Oh God, yeah, those that doesn't even compare, dude.
I'm just saying. This is
That's night
for
and
all the
day.
people. This is all the people out there that want to go, oh, this is just copy and paste. Oh, no, this is an upgrade. All right. If you're
Who
going to
the
talk
hell
for
said? I don't
real,
think I've seen anybody say it's copy and paste.
no, I'm just saying, you know how
Okay,
when people
I
were
was
getting
like,
out
what? I
there
was like, whoa, hold up. I mean,
and
Nigel's
making
been a
serious. No,
decorated wrestler.
I love. That's what I'm saying. This is better than what WWE just put on with Gunther, and it's still going to be better than what WWE put on with Gunther and Pat McAfee. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
So,
it'll definitely be more competitive.
Oh damn! You think
So,
he's going
sorry.
heel? No, you're good. You're good. I got it.
So yeah, and that's talking about Daniel, because I agree. When he first came back from his injury, he had a little bit more of a serious side. He quit doing the damn. He quit doing the damn dance for a little bit, and then he started doing it again after he won the title. And I lost every bit of it.
Yeah,
I had a little bit of hope when he first came back.
Yep.
And I wouldn't mind seeing him go heel as long as he quits doing the stupid dance and all that. And just
I don't want to see that dance, man. That dance.
So any pick of Cash Wheeler, I'll keep that in mind. I may just throw a random Cash Wheeler pick in there every week just to see, just for you. I may try to do
I got one. I got it. I'll take I'll cut one out and just put it up randomly, and see.
Yeah, just somewhere in the slideshow.
Yeah, it'll be random. That dance was, it was doing way too much for no reason.
So, Michael, we actually brought this up at the beginning of the show where we had our own little tribute to Sabu. I wasn't going to bring it up here during the show since we did bring it up at the beginning, but we did talk about it. Yes, sir.
That was good. That was good.
Man,
Wayne had a great match out there in New Japan.
Yep.
I saw that one. Thank you, Stampede, for posting that up, man. As soon as I got that notification that you put it up there, I went up and watched it. Holy crap. How old is Nick Wayne?
19, 20?
Okay. Jesus Christ.
I
was telling
him and Javon are around the same age.
Okay, because I thought he was like 23, 24. And this guy, there's no limit to this kid. There's no limit to this kid at all. Holy crap. Man, this kid's good.
Yeah, he's not very old at all. He's not mid-20s. Isaiah says 20 or 21. I think he's actually 19 or 20. I think he's a year before that.
Oh, man.
Carol says 19.
That kid is good. Good God. Thank you again, Stampede, because that was a match I needed to watch. That was, had everything I like.
And yes, he's going to be a game changer. He's definitely one that you build as a future star for AEW.
That's a pillar. You better make him a pillar.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's somebody you can build a company on in the future.
Yes. And oh my God. The match, dude. The match itself, junior heavyweight champion. These two were going nuts. The whole freaking match. And then you can see it on Wayne's face. He's like, thank you. Yeah, at the end, like, oh my God, thank you.
Let's see, 6 years, Nick versus Brody Jr. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that is going to be a good one.
Next up, we have the segment that you were mentioning earlier. MJF, it finally happens. He finally gets the thumbs up from Bob. And it's official. MJF is in the Hurt Syndicate. What's your reaction to him joining the group?
They just let anyone in there now, don't they? Like, come on. I was expecting Shelton in the background. They
played that very well, where he's just standing there.
He's getting ready to super kick.
I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that big time. But nah, I'm messing around. Now this should be good. This should do some wonders for them. Maybe, we all know that MJF or Bobby Lashley is going to be the one that turns on each other.
It's going to be MJF.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, I say that. Because there's the Cedric of it all, who's out there, who's a free agent now, who's able to come in, maybe at the contract signing that they're having next week for him to join the Hurt Business. Maybe we get some interference and somebody runs in and takes him out before he can sign the before he can sign
And
the
then they
contract.
sign it. And then they sign it. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But nah, this was good.
What is this? People are complaining too much about this with the going to break programming problem and Tony being on his phone.
Word.
Oh, is that when they went back there and found MJF hiding behind Gorilla? Is that what you're talking about? That was a funny segment. I enjoyed that. And then now the game starts. Cedric is free, as I was mentioning. So if he shows up, see, I think it's before he officially gets in because they mentioned the contract signing next week. I could see Ceddy coming in and attacking MJF before he signs the contract, and maybe like at a double or nothing the next weekend, you have Cedric versus MJF, winners in the Hurt Syndicate.
Sounds better.
I mean, it could be something like that. Yeah. And make it a first blood match. You talk about hurting people. MJF and Cedric in a first blood match for winners in the syndicate.
That'd be nice.
So that would be pretty cool. But I think there's definitely going to be some shenanigans during this contract signing, especially how MJF played it off in the interview afterwards, where he has his lawyer take a look at it when he doesn't just say, "Okay, I'm gonna sign it," or right in front of MJF or right in front of MVP, and MJF's like, "It's just business, man." So yeah, I think there's definitely a lot more coming off here. And then we have our main event segment. Dynamite's main event is 100% anarchy.
Yes. This was anarchy, but this was a great anarchy.
Yes, it was. We talked about the WWE main event for Backlash being very overbooked. This was overbooked, but in a very good way.
Yeah, there's night and day on how they're doing this. And I said this earlier, and I know EC, you don't agree with this. We talked about it. Like I said, AEW is on fire right now in 2025. All right. Between Dynamite, Collision, being on Max, doing their pay-per-views, everything they're doing right now, it's been phenomenal. This right here, didn't Swerve jump off the top of the cage into it? He did
a swerve stomp on about 6 people.
Only, I was gonna say about 6-7 people, but like having what's his name, Nick and Mac Jackson, with Wheeler Yuta, Claudio, and the Death Riders,
and fucking Gabe Kidd out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Where the hell did he come from? Where did he come from?
I said the same thing. I was like, what the hell is he doing here?
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, time out. Pause. Hold on. That's new. Yeah. But this is a great match. And Gabe Kidd,
I think they are putting Willow and Shafir in that match. They mentioned it when
I thought so, yeah.
When Swerve talked about it at the end of the show, he mentioned the women being in it. So according to Swerve, they're going to be in it. Whether they actually do it or not, who knows?
But I know we're going to do our predictions next week for Double or Nothing. But the winner of that Owen Hart match, do you believe should go on to beat Jon Moxley for that AEW World Heavyweight Championship? Is that the answer to AEW? Will Ospreay or Hangman?
That match is going to be at All In, right?
Yeah,
like the championship match will be at All In, right?
Yes, I think so. I think the championship match will be at All In. But I'm not saying give your prediction now between that match. I'm just saying whoever wins that, one of those guys has to be the savior, right?
I think so.
That's what I was saying.
You let it culminate at All In. So
whoever
wins this. I know there was the whole talk about Darby, but who knows when Darby's coming back.
Man, that dude's been through so many freaking glass.
No, but I agree. I think whoever wins this match needs to be the one that does it.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be a phenomenal match. Started many times.
There you go.
Yeah, that's dope, though.
That makes sense.
That's dope.
I mean, obviously, with Pac being hurt, too, they had to get somebody else and bringing somebody in.
And that's obviously sad, man. That guy can't stay healthy.
So, but it makes sense to bring somebody in. When he came up, I'm like, wait a minute, what the?
Yeah, when he came, yeah. I was hold on. What the hell?
The end game of the story isn't it all in, and it's not Hangman or Ospreay, according to Stampede. There you
It's Nick Wayne.
go. What, 10 years from now?
Oh my God! No, stop it! Stop! No! It's gonna be Nick Wayne for one reason and one reason only: to stick it to WWE and have him become the youngest world champion in wrestling history. All right, it's not gonna be Randy Orton anymore. It's gonna be Nick Wayne because that dude's do it. AEW, do it.
It's gonna be
Hook. It's gonna be Hook. Oh my God, that was great.
Hey, I like Hook. Don't sleep on Hook.
I like Hook. I like Hook. I like Hook too. Hook's cool.
Anything else on Dynamite that I missed? That's my last slide for Dynamite.
Nah.
Obviously being the main event.
Personally, I don't know.
You had the opening tag match was great. I didn't put it on here because it obviously leads to Double or Nothing next week. You had Ospreay and Omega versus Takeshita and Josh Alexander of the Callis family. It was an amazing match. Not to disrespect it, I didn't put it up here just because there was a lot of other stuff to talk about, and we will talk enough about Hangman, not Omega, Hangman. I said Omega for some reason. Ospreay and Hangman in the open. We're going to talk enough about that next week for Double or Nothing, so that's why I didn't bring it up earlier. But it was definitely an amazing match.
I like Hook as well, but he is definitely going to win the TNT Championship one day. TC. I don't think AEW right now, maybe international, the TNT Championship's coming.
I mean, that's a good point.
I get that. I get that, but
he's also now in the Guinness Book of World Records. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. The Savior might be coming out of that Owen Hart.
I don't see Darby Allin as that, but hey, I don't run the company.
I don't run the company.
Tony knows a million things more than I do. So
a million.
All right, our Twitter post of the week. We will go through a few. Who would you choose to dethrone the 4 champions pictured on the screen? We won't go through every champion. We may actually make a separate video to put out on another day, do a recorded video, and go through who we think will win every championship. But obviously, we're already over an hour here. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. So, of the 4 here, who do you think beats Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title?
Oh, man, out of the 4. Okay, so let's see. Jacob Fatu loses it to, watch this. Rusev.
That's got to be a lot to happen because they're on
opposite shows. The draft is coming. Watch.
Okay. I'm actually going to say he loses to Jeff Cobb.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. He said none of the above.
Wait, none of the above. That's an interesting choice.
So you're going to say it's
and also a great tagline from the Brewster's Millions movie, which is a great movie. If you've never seen the Brewster's Millions, go watch it. It's an awesome movie with Richard Pryor. It's a great movie. I love it. One of my favorite movies.
Richard Pryor.
So next up, we will go with the other mid-card champion, and I know this hates you. Actually, we're going to do that one last. I'm going to save you the heartache for last. Who do you think beats Jey Uso for his World Heavyweight Championship?
Jey Uso, I've thought about this, all right? So I would like for Jey Uso to lose it.
You put the graphic up. I would hope
to
you thought
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn. I would love to see Sami Zayn go heel one more time and win that title because he needs it.
At this point, it's got to be Seth, right?
I get Seth and everything, but Sammy turning his back on Jay just for that title would be a shout out to Kevin Owens, all right, who may not be coming back. All right.
Shout out to Karrion Kross.
Shout out
to been in Sammy's ear.
Big time, and it would make Karrion look good. But I have also said that my pick is Karrion Kross. All right. So yes, I want Sammy to beat him, then Kross to take the title the same day from him with the Money in the Bank cash in.
So Carol asked if Stampede thinks that FTR will win the tag team titles again. I agree. I think they will win the tag team titles as well. I would love to see Christian and Cope against them. That would be
One
really
last
cool.
time. One last time. Yeah.
Yep.
One last run would be nice. But, you know, and I get it.
Pretty
Everybody
much
wants to see
consensus.
Rollins.
Yeah. It's gonna be Zayn.
It's going to be thing.
Do you have it? I want it back like yesterday.
I want it back like yesterday. That's funny.
All right. Who do you think beats John Cena for the title?
Man, that one's still up in the air. I would like for him to hand it off to someone that they believe is next in line.
I realize this is a typo, but this would be hilarious if somehow they could have Cena beat Cena for the title and
That'd be
call it
great.
number 18.
That'd
It's a
be
very
great.
WWE thing to do.
That would be funny. You know, to be honest with you,
obviously he meant Cody, but
yeah, no, I get that. Cody, everybody wants it to be Cody. I would like for it to be someone else. You know, give me, and I hate you guys are gonna hate me for this, but like an Austin Theory, someone young, you know, someone that he pass the torch to. But who is? But it's gonna go Roman. It's gonna be Roman.
I think it'll be Punk. I agree with Michael from Kicking at it too.
I'm going
I
Roman.
think it'll be Punk at SummerSlam. I think John's last match will be a young up and comer that he can pass the torch to. I have my hopes who it would be. It has changed over the past few months.
I still hope it's
At one point I said it was Oba. Is his last match, not who takes the title. Again, I think his last match.
Yeah.
I don't think giving the title away to somebody who's just up and coming. I don't think that's the thing. I think he gives his last match to somebody up and coming, so they can say they're the one that retired John Cena.
I disagree.
I agree so much. Right? That's I agree 100% right there. He loses his career to a young up and coming, and not necessarily a youngin, I guess, but an up and comer is who I think it'll be.
He's a youngin. Yeah, you definitely from the Midwest over there.
Let's just say I believe in who could be John Cena's final opponent.
AJ Francis. All right, cool. So we're in the same boat here. First class versus you can't see me.
If that's where you want to go with it. If that's where you want to take that.
We're going first class. I believe.
You believe in AJ Francis. I'll believe in somebody else.
All right, that's fair enough.
Let's see. And finally, I had to do it last just to save you. Who beats Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title?
I hate to say it like this, but his deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio. One more time in the draft is coming up. That's why I'm saying that.
Stampede. That's funny.
That's funny. He's talking about Crown. What are they doing with that? That's Night of Champions. Night of
Champions. Yep. Because Crown Jewel is in Perth, Australia.
Perth. That's gonna be nice. That's nice.
So I think the person who takes the title from Dom will be Finn.
Oh, nice.
At SummerSlam. In their blow-off match.
Oh, man.
So,
I don't know,
That's
man.
what I think will happen. I do think we get Dom and Ray maybe at next year's WrestleMania, maybe as Ray's retirement match.
I've been saying that Dom should be the one that retires Ray.
Yeah, and it needs to be at a WrestleMania. It needs to be those two at WrestleMania. Maybe do it like a mask match, even if you want to do something stupid like mask versus hair. Because obviously Dom loves his hair.
Mask
something like that.
Mustache.
Something crazy. Have Dominic win. Ray takes the mask off, hands it to Dom at the end of the match. And that's how Ray goes out with Dom.
You know, I would have said Bronson Reed, but I mean, I don't know when he's coming back. So not Bronson.
It's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, I know. He broke both of his ankles. Good God.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I think he said something about he's just now getting the okay to work out.
Good God.
So, I mean, it'll be the next few months.
Good God. I hope he didn't go home to Australia and start eating that good Australian food. Yeah.
I'm sure he's still been working out his upper body. I'm sure
he's
just doing the cardio stuff like that.
He's gonna come back looking like freaking Big Show. How Big Show is like ka-ching, and then no legs.
So who do you think it's going to be, TC? If you disagree with both of us, who?
He's going through the Aussie thing right now.
Our list. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, fall at the earliest for Bronson. So a few months out. So yeah, I could definitely see
I
that.
was seeing Survivor Series. There's a lot of things I've been seeing about him, but
I mean, that would be a year,
yeah,
obviously, because he got hurt at War Games last year. So
yeah.
I'd put him out right at a year.
Never mind. Well, I would love for them to bring back the 5-on-5, but I doubt it.
I don't know. We'll see.
You guys are gonna like this try matchmaker though. You guys are gonna like this.
Speaking of, we will move on to the run-in matchmaker. Take it away.
All right, so we got this right here is what I call the Supremacy Slam. Sorry, I need a drink. Does Sheamus? Oh, come on, Sheamus. Oh, I can't see Sheamus winning an IC title right now. We got Cobb, Claudio, Joe Hendry, and Swerve. All right, 4 bruisers, 4 dudes that are gonna kill each other. And who do you guys got winning? I said 4 guys who are bruisers, man. They're all gonna kill each other. What do you say? Which one?
I don't know that I'm talking to you. I'm talking. Oh. I don't know that I would put Joe Hendry as a bruiser.
Man, he's the one that got being pinned. I always put one guy in there that's going to take the pin. That's the guy.
But you said they're all bruisers. I don't know that I would.
I have to be nice about the champion. I got to be nice about the champion. I don't know what to say about him.
I'm a Joe Hendry fan.
The only thing I believe. I don't. The only thing I can say about Joe Hendry is that AJ Francis made him who he is. All right. And thank you, AJ.
Anyway, I love AJ, but I mean,
I know. I keep feeding into that. But all right. So in this match, you got Cobb, Claudio, Hendry, and Swerve.
Who do you guys got anymore, unfortunately?
I mean Mike's house. Who do you guys got winning this fatal 4-way?
I say Swerve.
I
agree with TC. I agree with Carol.
Nice.
I agree with Isaiah. I think it's Swerve.
All right.
I mean, he's the most dangerous man in AEW. He said it again last night. TC says Cobb.
Yeah.
That's not a bad shout. But I mean, I think Swerve is just crazy enough that he can, because obviously Cobb doesn't even have to be in the decision.
You're right.
You put Joe Hendry in the match to take the pin. I could see that happening.
I did. That's why I put Joe Hendry in the match, because there's
so many other guys. Swerve, and also Swerve.
Also,
and if you ask me for a second opinion, it'll still be Swerve.
Swerve again. But okay, so this is what I was thinking. All right, when I made
I swerve when I drive.
This is what I was. So I had Jeff Cobb on this reason right here. Claudio and Swerve are going to beat each other out. They're going to take each other out. They're going to, fight on the outside. You're going to see, what is that? Hold on, it's something rainbow. What is his finishing maneuver called? Fudge. I just had it.
I don't think it's called fudge.
I know. It's something rainbow. I would love some fudge right now. But either way, Joe Hendry eats the pin from Jeff Cobb. I just see this being one of those type of matches that you're like, all right, you know what? Referee just go stand on the outside. This is going to be, you guys just get your ass whooped. It should, and that's what, look, that's why I didn't want to put Alexander in here. If I put Alexander in here, you're going to have one hell of a time picking one of those 4 guys to take the pin. One hell of a time.
Claudio,
yes, but I mean,
I might actually have Claudio take the pin in this match, even with Joe Hendry.
I would take Joe Hendry on this one because Claudio and Swerve are going to kill each other. Well, Cobb is going to do what he has to do and win it.
Well, there again, I have Swerve winning it, so I could have Swerve pin Claudio. Because
there you go. That works. They're going to definitely kill each other in this match, and then you're going to have the Death Rider show up, and AEW fan, people show up, and.
But I am not here for this Joe Hendry disrespect. Good Lord.
But fine, I'm
not here for that.
I will put Joe Hendry in a better predicament next time. Not next week. Maybe in 3 or 4 weeks. When I can think of a better. Zach Gowen, Joe Hendry.
There it is too. Really, Zach Gowen, Joe Hendry? Come on now.
Oh, there was another one that we didn't talk about.
Everybody hating on Joe, and I like Joe.
I mean, I could
Joe all you
want to. Alexander. I could put Josh Alexander in there, but that would have made it so much more tougher for me. Ooh.
Yeah, but we just had Bandito and Dragon Lee in a match a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. You know what? Send me a fatal 4-way. Give me one from New Japan. Give me one guy from New Japan.
He's talking to
And
Stampede, by the way.
yeah. Actually, no, because we got Evolution coming up. Give me Stardom.
Well, Evolution's like a month and a half away.
Yeah, I know. He can help me out with this one. I need a fatal 4-way. Help me out with a fatal 4-way for the females, Stampede. Send me something.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much consensus. It's either going to be Swerve or Cobb winning the match.
Swerve.
Which does now bring us to the final segment of the show, the final word with Sped. So I will say thank you to everybody in the comments. It's been a great show. Can't do this without you guys. Stampede, Lady Alpha, TC, Nate, Jeremy, Carol. I saw Randy in there. Anybody that I may have missed, thank you guys so much. Michael from Kicking At It too, and can't believe I almost forgot him. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all you guys coming in. If you haven't already, please go hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment after the show. It really helps us in the algorithm, really gets us seen by other people. We are up to 175 subscribers. Please tell a friend if you like us. We appreciate Tishi. I love that you love the show. Tell everybody. Tell everybody you know. If you like us, tell us. Thank you for Final Boss Baby coming in. Really good to see her. Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're at 175. We're just taking a push to 200. I really appreciate everybody. Randy's still in the comments. Appreciate you so much, man. Again, go check him out. I know he's got the webinar he's got coming up, or the seminar, whatever he's calling it, in a couple weeks, where he's helping out creators to get better and create better content and create better connections with your audience. I'm definitely going to check that out. I won't be able to be there live because it will be on a Thursday night, but definitely check that out if you're trying to be a creator and you want to learn. The man knows his stuff. He has helped me out a ton, whether he knows it or not. Through Herb and Raj, a lot of the stuff he has told them to do, a lot of advice they have passed on to me. So he has taught me vicariously through them. So I probably wouldn't have known the word vicariously if it hadn't been for somebody like Randy teaching me smart words. But yeah, definitely thank you guys. I will turn it over to Sped for the final word with Sped. Thank you guys so much. Sped, take it away, brother.
First off, TC, I got that text. No yeet ×3. All right. Don't stop sending it. Okay. Stop it. No
you just said don't stop sending. No, I'm an Herb. Don't send everybody in the audience. You heard him. Don't stop sending the yeet.
Nah. Okay, yeah, we got stop. We need a t-shirt now. All right, but no, look, we do this for you guys. We love you guys. We really do. Thank you guys. No yeet, no yeet, no yeet. But this right here is for veterans and first responders. All right. This right here, you guys deserve this. If you guys want to go see AEW football, college football, you love college football, you love the NFL, you like baseball, you like hockey, you like basketball, it doesn't matter. Go to Vet Tix, go to First Tix. You guys can get these tickets up to 4 for less than $20, and they're damn good seats. All right. So, you know, this isn't just like, hey, just click those, scan the QR codes and help me get coins. Nah, I'm trying to help you guys save the money. All right. So, no yeet again ×4 this time. Love you too. No yeet ×5 now. I hate you so much. But yeah, head over there, scan these two, get your stuff going on, and you don't have to pay premium prices anymore to get good seats. Pay $20 for 4 tickets. Go watch the Nationals. Go watch Bama. Go watch UGA. It doesn't matter. College football comes around. There's always tickets to those games. I've been to Penn State once because of them, and I've been to Capital One Arena once because of them. I'm trying to go down to Nationals Park, and I'm going this year to a Commanders game. Yeah, I'm going to make it happen. So hit up Vet Tix, hit up First Tix, use your ID me. That's how you get it done. TC, no yeet ×3. Love you guys. Peace.